Hello Aquarius, I hope you enjoyed March. Let's see the energies for April 2021. There's going to be a lot of action. All these planets are in there in Aries. And tomorrow on the 4th of April, Mercury is going to enter Aries and he's going to bring a lot of fire and he's gonna get a lot of fire energy on himself there in your third house. This is where all the activity is happening in your third house. I will explain what the third house is all about. The third house is all about communication, media, cars and vehicles, and a lot of traveling. Usually not much long distance. It has to do a lot with neighborhood and your everyday activity around the house, neighbors, cell phones and gadgets and pagers and messaging and talking, thinking. They're all Mercurian energies and he's in his placement but in Aries for you. So there's going to be a lot of fire energy in all that. Seminars, you may want to learn a new skill during this time or begin something new education cycle, and community affairs, skills with your hands, trade and self-made worth out of skills like your own personal business is something that you can initiate now with the new moon happening in Aries in your third house. Also on the 11th, 12th, or I think on the 12th or 13th, there's this new crescent moon is going to appear in the skies, and it is the best days, and the 14th to start something new. The sun is also there, and Chiron and Ceres, they're also there in your third house now, Aquarius, and they're bringing a lot of energy and all that. Ceres is all about abundance and harvesting, so new things in finances may occur, and Chiron is there to heal you and heal your wounds, Aquarius, in your third house, in all the third house activities that I just described them. On the 14th, though, Venus enters, or for 15th, I think, 14th, 15th, Venus is entering, depending on where you are. Venus is entering Taurus in your fourth house, home, family, and all the activities around it. If you're in real estate or in hotel business, this is a very auspicious omen, and the sun is going to follow there on the 19th. Now Venus there in Taurus, in your fourth house of all this activity, homeland, the home or of your heart at least, Venus there is going to appear in the skies as an evening star, and so it's going to have the elements of Inanna, the true Aphrodite, the true Venusian energies, and it's going to bring lots of new things in what has to do with finances and love. Hermes there, Mercury, messages, communication. It's all about for you for the month of April is everything about communications. This is what the gods say in the heroes from the mythical cards, and I'm gonna pull a card from these cards. These cards are very beautiful. It's all about fairies, and I'm going to choose one. Light. There's a lot of light on you, Aquarius, this month. The fairy queen of light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. Now, if there is a darkness somewhere inside of you, Aquarius, you're gonna have all the help from the spiritual world to find it out and pour some light on it. Heal your shadow for sure. Mars is currently in Gemini until the 23rd. This is your 5th house of love and romance. This is another air sign, and it's gonna be in a very is in a very good position for you. It's trining your 1st house, and it's gonna bring some new love interest, possibly with a lot of Mercurian energies, because Mars is the ruler of Aries and Mercury is the ruler of Gemini, and they are merging somehow their energies there from your 3rd house to your 5th house, and there's a lot of communication and love interests. Just be mindful with those text messages, because they might get a little bit of or too fiery, you know. But Mars on the 23rd, he's entering Cancer, and he's going to enter your 6th house. Your 6th house is all about work, your work environment, your workout routine, diets, and everything that has to do with your everyday life, and you can transform it with the Martian energies that are going to enter. And Mars in Cancer is somewhat a smooth Aries. Smoothly he can transform this area of your life without much commotion, you know, and too much conflict, because usually Mars, whenever he goes somewhere, he brings conflict. But in this case, he's going to be in Cancer. He's a loving and tender teddy bear, Mars in Cancer, and he doesn't want conflict. And smoothly he's going to bring action in all these activities that I described, that are ruled by the 6th house, that are matters of the 6th house, like your everyday life and routine, in your job, in your house, doing your chores, spring cleaning, office and house also. It will help you out of that, in that. What's more, there's a full moon in Scorpio in your 10th house of career. So Mars is going to be in your 6th house, and the full moon is in Scorpio in your 10th house of career. There's something is going to happen, and there's the wheel of fortune around this time. There's something turning in your career and your everyday life at work. We're gonna see what it is. And on the 27th, Pluto is going retrograde in Capricorn. That's in your 12th house of mysteries, past lives, and we're gonna feel the energies of Pluto slowing down, staying still in the sky and going retrograde. And he's going to bring all his energies, these transformative, profoundly transformative energies inwards, so that we can see the shadow of what is left, and we can show some light there and heal it, you know. Let me tell you about the 12th house, so that you can have, now you will have Pluto there transforming this house for you for another 3 years at least, and it's all about esoteric things like rules endings, covers the final stages of a project, tying up loose ends, completion, the afterlife, previous lives, old age, and surrendering, separation from society, institutions, hospitals, jails, hidden agendas, and secret enemies. It rules the imagination, the creativity, arts, the film industry, dance, poetry, journals, and the subconscious mind. Now, everything that is in the subconscious mind, you are going to, Pluto is going to go retrograde and see what you have forgotten to heal, to see, to put some light on, so that you can become stronger and healed for sure. Let's move those cards a bit. Yeah, much more better. So these are the main energies in the sky. So let's see how they're going to affect us with the tarot cards in this world, the 3D reality that we are experiencing. The Empress says that you are queen of your house if you're a lady, or if you have your realm all tied up and your friends are around helping you. Now there's a Scorpio there, right next to you. There's an ending, a cycle that ends for you. Perhaps with Mercury coming into the Aries, it's going to bring some kind of action that is going to end some project, end some communication, end something that it's just fulfilled. Or it's just a Scorpio that is not very trustworthy there. With the Seven of Swords. There's a King of Swords here that is in the Swords energy, that's air, Aquarius, Gemini or Libra. Keys in the mind of making decisions. Usually people that make a lot of decisions have this male energies that have this high positions of power that make decisions, like judges and military officers, or people that make a lot of decisions in business, and they are great thinkers, because the air is all about thinking. They are Mercurian energies all the way. The Hierophant here says that there is protection in your life, and something that is of great importance. It has a spiritual aspect, very strong spiritual or religious aspect, or legal aspect that wants to be grounded in your surroundings. Now, the Hermit here, this is Taurus energy. The Hermit here, this is Virgo energy, is trying to find out the truth about something that is hidden, something that is in your 12th house that needs to be some light to be shed on it. I wonder what he wants to find and what he will find with his lantern, this Hermit. And the Wheel of Fortune will turn around that time of the full moon, 25th, 26th, 27th, and the Pluto is moving. Now, that's a time we won't forget easily. The Page of Swords, for sure, brings some communication, but is it trustworthy? I found out that the Page of Swords sometimes does not ground the information that he's bearing, because pages are usually messengers and or communication that perhaps this communication is, this is for the Empress. No matter what happens, you're an Empress in your cycle. You're a King of Swords and a Hierophant, no matter what comes out later on. And there is balance inside out and in your finances. Even if you don't see it yet, you will soon. Because there is something that needs to die, and something that it's not honest around you. It's not certain around you, and you need to see this, Aquarius. Perhaps there is something that you deceive yourself with. The Wheel of Fortune. Something ends and the Wheel of Fortune turns. I will pull another card for it. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, it's a Leo energy, Sagittarius or Aries energy, or some very intuitive lady. Now there's a woman here that will turn the Wheel of Fortune. Let's see. The Seven of Swords. Let's see that Seven of Swords. The Six of Swords. Someone is moving away. Traveling, I see traveling for you, Aquarius, but I cannot understand this with the Queen of Wands. I will pull another card there. Death, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Wands. Now, it might have a lot of things happening there. My interpretation of this is that in something that has died or has completed its cycle and the Wheel of Fortune is turned, with this Queen of Wands that is coming here as an assistant and brings you material growth, I think that this is a person that gives you an idea, a business idea that will bring you the Nine of Pentacles, which is almost perfect. There's only one pentacle missing for the Ten of Pentacles energy, but in general this woman is very pivotal for something new that will come to your life, and it's going to be very fruitful and will give you a lot of abundance and success in your life. There is an energy that is left behind, some old project, perhaps some old job, an old work, an old working environment, an old business that no longer serves you, and you leave it behind and you're gonna have success. Like, I think that there is an idea that comes with this Queen of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy, or some fire person who is very intuitive and has some great idea, and she shares her idea with you, and you move along strategizing with this lady to do something that will bring a lot of success. The Chariot is always about triumph, of success, of rewards, great rewards because of something that is right and it's right together. Now, in the beginning, this thing that ended with this Scorpionic energy is going to be transforming something new. And if there was some deceitful energy, you have moved away from it to some new areas where your success, abundance, and independence awaits for you, Aquarius. Let's see the Hierophant there. You're moving away from some really shallow waters that of the swamp kind of creatures lingering there, Aquarius. The Strength card. Now this is a very powerful combination, the Hierophant and the Strength card. This is absolute control of my life, of my spirituality, of my home, my material and my spiritual and my psyche, my soul is balanced at last and is lightened from the skies, from the spiritual world, and I have power over my passions, and there is no imbalance afterwards. This success will bring balance. Perhaps this person will also be someone very pivotal for me, a very good combination of energies, perhaps a love partner also that helps triumph with me in his life, and I have triumph in my life with him as well. So the Hermit shows the star, make a wish. The star says there are very auspicious omens waiting for you ahead. This is Inanna. This is Venus, Aphrodite, that is going to show in the skies. You know, this is a very auspicious omen. I mean, we're gonna be so lucky that it's gonna be in Taurus energy, and it's gonna ground all these huge energies that we have downloaded all this time, and all these things that will happen in our heads. They're gonna be manifesting in our reality. This is gonna be a very good month, Aquarius, and I have Aquarius in my chart and I'm very happy for it. Ace of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune says there's a new beginning of a new life. Don't be afraid when the Wheel of Fortune turns. The Page of Swords says, yes, there is some loss of pleasure because you're going to receive some news by the end of the month that are not very happy for you, and you will be sad. Let's see what it involves, because it's not very clear. Yes, there's loss of pleasure, but why? I'm losing hope. Why? The Four of Wands, perfect work. The news of a wedding may be upsetting. Or something you learn in your wedding or for a wedding upsets you. You learn that some friends are not doing so well in the wedding, perhaps. And someone that is close to you, obviously. If it's in your own family life, it will show in the next month how things will turn out. This is not for everyone, right? But in general, you need to focus into grounding some energies here, even if it needs a little to be more to put some more effort in general, and for a while you may lose some pleasure and pleasure. Losing hope. For some, there may be the end of a cycle, for sure, around that time of the full moon in Scorpio. Like for some others, there is a new beginning and a new relationship that is stable. For some, it might be quite the opposite, or something. It might not even be some ending. It might be some bickering or some commotion happening in the house, in the marriage. You might have a fight, for goodness sake. It's not necessarily that the end of the world is happening all the time. Now, I cannot do this. I will pull another card, for sure. The Ten of Pentacles. I think that if the fighting is about money, I think you should step aside and not be so much strict about it. And in general, if you are, yes, if you have concerns about money, you shouldn't worry that much, because things will turn out much more better than you think, because you're having wealth, the Ten of Pentacles. If you worry about money, this will be, money will ground themselves into your reality by the end of the month. Something new, some new job, some new reality, some new success is coming your way. So there you are, Aquarius. I didn't want to leave you like that. Angel of balance and victory, triumph again. There's going to be balance inside of you, and there's going to be action. Woman holding a heart. Now there's an Aquarius lady that is very in love, and she's holding her heart. And the first chakra, Archangel Michael says, I have your back. Don't worry about the material world. The first chakra is all about security in the material world. The man holding a coin. Now that's a person that might be a love interest or a boss or someone that is of help, that a person that Archangel Michael brings into your life. To assist you and as a business partner or a love partner. That's it. Oh my god, it's like 26 minutes of video. That's it, Aquarius, for April. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you soon.